Confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw is Hill. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he finds Cook. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. From the shotgun, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. Marcus Davenport, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
He's coming, he's 51.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sheldon Rankins. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So the directional kicking problematic there. They're going to spot this inside the 30-yard line.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
On 1st down, it's Hill. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Hill. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
It's brought in by Harris.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Hill. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
The throw over the middle taken in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A give to Kamara running right. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A nice performance last week, recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has. I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. That's caught. It's Thomas. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back to throw. Hill, flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And he said,
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Now Will Lutz, who went to college a stone's throw from here at Georgia State, comes on for the field goal attempt. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared.
Here's Hill now after the interception. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
And the Saints 1st down.
Let's go. 60 or. Check.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hill. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Ready. 90 Wolf. Topper.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. A shotgun snap for Hill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Check, 43.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Jones has it. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Hill. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Harris to return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, Are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. Third down here.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Now it's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Hill. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
64, wait.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go. 50, plant. Hey, check. Hey, echo. Step.
From the gun on 3rd, Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
And brought in by the tight end Cook. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, it's Ryan. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. They go play action with Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Harris. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Hill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. A 10th carry for Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Hill. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan.
Oh, partner. That play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Ryan's throw caught by Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Operating from the gun, Ryan. This is brought in by Gibson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Hey, Haywood.
To throw again is Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Cameron Jordan, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now it's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 13 yards out, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Hill. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical.
It should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ryan, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Ryan. That one caught by Gibson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Gibson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Just too many short underneath throws. They've got to get the ball downfield.
And in a hurry. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line.
Check, 43. You 11.
Now a first down carry for Harris. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And they're going to get the timeout call. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is good. And they take the lead out in front at 13-12. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Atlanta, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.